Hey kindergarten, it's Mrs. Shivani again. How is your Thursday going? Thursday, that starts with that TH digraph we learned in skills, doesn't it? Today we are going to read another super interesting story about the earth. So yesterday we talked about natural resources, and natural resources are things that come from nature and are very important and valuable to people. I loved your Google Classroom responses and your Dojo responses. Oh, so good. Keep sending those in. I get so excited every evening to check what everybody has uploaded. So we also talked about garbage. And I remember that large amounts of garbage are dumped and buried in landfills. And then do you remember how sometimes landfills have to close because there's no more space for the garbage? Yeah, and that's kind of sad when there's so much garbage, they have to open up another landfill. Oh, it's kind of sad. So today we're going to learn something really important. We're going to learn how to reduce, reuse, and recycle. 3 things that if we work together as a team on will help us take care of our earth. So these are other things that can be done with garbage so that there are fewer and smaller landfills, which is the goal, and that's great. So today I'm going to read that story to you, and as we are reading, I want you to listen out for what it means to reduce, reuse, and recycle. 3 things: reduce, reuse, recycle, and why it's important. So that will be your journal prompt for the day. Why is it important to reduce, reuse, and recycle? And what even is reducing, reusing, and recycling? Those are 3 fancy words that all start with the letter R. So I am ready to listen. Or I'm ready to read. You're ready to listen, right? Get all cozied up. Pick a good position so that you can really focus. Maybe crisscross applesauce, maybe hands in your lap, maybe with a cozy reading buddy that you would like to teach this to, maybe with your little brother or little sister. And I am ready to get on my earth twig here or plant here, and here we go. Remember, it's earth reading. So kids, how much trash does the earth have to deal with every year? Let me ask that another way. How much trash do the people on earth generate or make each year? Well, I'm not here to scold you or try to make you feel bad, but let's just say that people generate an extremely large amount of trash. People are really the only creatures on the planet who generate any trash. You don't see a bear or a deer putting trash in a trash can. You won't see a monkey in the jungle using a paper napkin to wipe her face. And you probably won't see dogs and cats drinking their water out of a plastic bottle. People make trash, so they're the ones who are responsible for taking care of it. Yeah. This earth is all trash. Sad. Every year, people in the United States generate billions of bags full of trash, plus all kinds of other trash that doesn't fit in bags, like old refrigerators and broken furniture. Imagine how much trash is generated all over the world. Where does this trash end up? Can you remember the name of the place in this picture? Landfill. There is an incredible amount of trash buried in landfills, but you all can help. Ooh, beautiful photo. Wouldn't it be nice if we could keep as much land as possible clean and green like the place in this picture? Can you think of any ways you can cut back on the amount of trash you throw away? What do you think? I remember yesterday we talked about using reusable water bottles and reusable bags. That's one way that we can reduce the amount of trash we use. Well, I'm about to teach you 3 important ways. If you pay close attention and you try to put some of my words into action, then you can really help to make an important difference in the world. Those 3 words are reduce, reuse, and recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle. When you reduce the amount you use of something, you use less of it. So reduce means to use less. What do you see in this picture? See paper towels and a paper towel dispenser, like in a bathroom. On the left is a roll of paper towels, and the right is a paper towel dispenser, like the one you might have in the bathroom at your school. Yeah, we have one in the classroom in KA. Why do you think I am showing you these pictures? What does this have to do with the word reduce? What do you think? Oh, who drew this? Let's say, oh, hang on. I got a little carried away. I was just so excited to show you guys that picture. We're going to keep talking about this one though. Let's say you wash your hands in the restroom. Instead of grabbing a huge hunk of paper towels, try just using one. By reducing the number of paper towels that you use, you can do 2 very important things. First, you will reduce the number of trees that get cut down to make paper towels, and that's a really good thing. Second, you will reduce the amount of trash that goes to a landfill. So remember, whether you're using paper towels, toilet paper, or any kind of paper, reduce, reduce, reduce. Don't use more than you really need. I can be guilty of that sometimes too. Now I get to show you this picture. What does it mean to reuse something? It means that you use it again. If you try, you can probably think of lots of ways to reuse paper. Do you like to draw? Before you ball up a piece of used paper and throw it away, flip it over and see if you can draw anything on the back. If it's blank, draw a picture on the other side, like this nice one that a child drew of a house on a bright spring day. Then take it home and hang it up on the refrigerator. Trust me, it will look great, and nobody will ever know or care that there is something on the other side. Reducing and reusing are 2 important ways to make sure that you don't send too much trash to the landfill. But the very best way is by recycling. I love that picture. Ooh, this is the recycling symbol. The arrows in this symbol remind you that many things can actually be made into other things. Recycling is sort of like reusing. When you recycle something, however, it often gets made into something completely different. For example, your plastic juice bottle, right here, can be recycled and made into something else that is plastic. All the plastic that is collected in recycling bins is taken to factories where it's melted down into liquid plastic and then made into something else. So a plastic bottle that you put in the recycling bin might end up as part of a new plastic toy. Cool. Oh, I have something like this at my house. Oh, that was just me, Mrs. Sharani, talking again. Now, back to the earth. Now that you know what it looks like, you might start noticing the recycling symbol in more places. Often you will see these 3 arrows on bins like this one right here. So you'll know to put recyclable materials only in it. A recycling bin is kind of like a trash can, except the things you put in here don't go to a landfill. They will be turned into other things. Be sure to empty containers and rinse them if possible before putting them into a recycling bin. I do this at my house. Mrs. Shabani's house. Here is a picture of different things that most people use almost every day. All of these things can be recycled. Newspapers, mail, cardboard boxes, they're all paper products. All of them come from trees, and all of them can be recycled instead of thrown into the trash can. Glass bottles, jars, aluminum soda cans, metal soup cans, plastic bottles, these are all recyclable. What's more, all of these things come from natural resources, which means the more you recycle, the more natural resources you can save. That's a good thing. Oof. You might be wondering, why does all that trash end up in landfills if most of it can actually be reduced or recycled? That's a good question to ask, and it's one that you'll learn more about later. For now, however, I just want you to make sure that you remember those 3 important words. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Say them with me. Reduce, reuse, recycle. One more time. Reduce, reuse, recycle. You got it. Bye-bye. Okay, Mrs. Sharani back again. I know you love when the earth talks to you, huh? Okay, real quick before we have to wrap up for the day. So our goal was to be able to identify what it means to reduce, reuse, and recycle. So when you reduce something, that means you use fewer or you use less of an object. Like if you want to reduce the amount of paper towels you use, you will just try to use 1 small paper towel instead of grabbing 3 or 4 paper towels. So reduce means to use less of something. Reuse means to take something that you used and use it for a different thing. So if you do have a plastic water bottle, you can reuse it again the next day instead of just throwing it away. You can fill it up and reuse it. That's what it means to reuse. And when you recycle something, it means you put it into a separate bin. At my house, I have a big tall trash can, and then I have a big tall recycling can that has a yellow top, and that's where I put all my items to recycle. And it's really important to recycle things because it conserves our natural resources. That's why it's so important. So today, for your journal response, I want you to finish the sentence. It is important to reduce, reuse, recycle because, and then write what you think. Why do you think it's so important? Or why, what's your creative answer to that question? So there you go. Tomorrow, on Friday, we are going to learn even more about recycling. And I'm pretty passionate about recycling. I try so hard in my house to recycle as much as I can. So I'm excited to read that story to you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Play outside, recycle your trash, and I can't wait to see your journal responses. Bye.